Hey everybody, this could be the last day of harvest. I'm really hoping and praying that we don't have any breakdowns or any major problems. It's going to be a little bit before we can get started because there's just a heavy fog laying in this morning, and I'm hoping the sun's going to come out and bake everything dry here in a little bit. Beans were running like 11.5% yesterday evening, so hopefully it won't take long for once this fog rolls out of here, for everything to get dried back down where we can get back at it. We got to move the combine and the truck over to where I live, about 15 miles down the road, and we've got 10 to 12 acres of beans that we got to cut over there, and we'll be done. So while it's wet this morning, I'm going to clean my windows up, blow the cab out, clean it out a little bit. I greased it and oiled it yesterday evening, and it'll take quite a while to drive over there. So hopefully by the time we get there, everything's going to be just about dried down and we can go eat lunch and start picking beans. I really hate clutter, but it just seems to accumulate so fast if you don't stay on top of it. All this right here has been driving me nuts, but I've been so stressed about getting finished to harvest that I just let it lay. But it's time to straighten this up. I got a minute. It's wet. I'm gonna clean this up before I get started today. Piece of a load left over. It's unfortunate the elevator's not open today, but it is what it is. If nothing breaks down, I'm gonna try to get some other trucks to fill up this afternoon, and Lord willing, we're gonna finish this. So I took the dump truck home and got my escort service to escort me down the road with the combine. Man, it's so nice to have this thing cleaned up. It's like I'm in a different combine. I can actually see out of the window before anybody starts hating on me. We're going down the road with a combine with the header on it. My header on the yellow line side is even with the combine, and it sticks out about 3 extra feet on the white line side. So I'm not affecting oncoming traffic at all. And I don't have a header trailer. This header's not that wide. It's well, the header is wide, but so is the combine, so I'm really not taking up any extra room by leaving the header on. So that's the reason I don't go to the trouble of borrowing a header trailer and taking it off. We made it. It actually only took an hour. I thought it would take a little bit longer than that. We're gonna have to get this field opened up before we can get a truck over here. There ain't nowhere to park a truck. Actually, wasn't nowhere to get out of the road. I had to drive through the beans just a little bit, but seem a little squishy yet right here, close to the woods. So when we got here and I opened up the end of the field so I could get into it, we had 17% beans. So went and ate lunch. Afternoon wasn't a total waste, because while I was waiting on the beans to dry down a little bit, we put these brand new LED lights across the front, which looks like I'm gonna need. I thought I was gonna have trucks full before dark, but that didn't work out. But me and Malachi got these lights put on, and we started picking a little bit just to test, and they are now between 12.5 and 13.2.
A little on the damp side. What's in the truck's 10. I tested them when I put them in there. So we're gonna keep getting it. If I have to pay for them to dry them, I just have to pay for them to dry them. If we keep waiting and they keep falling out of the pods, we're gonna lose a lot more than 30 cents a bushel for them to dry them. So we're gonna get with it. Well, I am thrilled to say these beans look much, much better than what we have picked thus far. We got some pods in the tank, but it really ain't bad. We're gonna see what our moisture is looking like. 14.7. That's really good. Bad as I want them to be dry, they're wet. Now this is really cool. This made my day right here. Future combine driver in training. I don't get to be a passenger very often, but I like it. Yep, it was getting awful damp last night, but it feels like the humidity level's a whole lot lower than it was yesterday. I just picked up a handful of leaves off the ground after I got through eating lunch, and they're pretty crunchy, pretty dry. So let's see if these soybeans are. I sure hope so. If I can get another truck today, I believe we can finish this up, get this project complete. 11.2. Showtime. Harvest this year, thankfully. Man, that's a good feeling. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.